So today we are going to talk about the benefits setup. So what are the concepts we are going to cover as part of our benefit sessions? First, we'll talk about a overview of benefits. So here, what is meant by benefits? How benefits are different from compensation? Is it a monetary benefits or not? Okay. So what is the difference between compensation and benefits? Because compensation is a different one. Benefits is a different one. Benefits is nothing but addition. Okay, benefits is nothing but addition. And then we'll discuss in detail about overview of benefits and how the benefits are different for country to country, each country. That also we'll discuss. Then after benefit providers. So in Workday, if you want to create a plan, we have some prerequisites. Or you can also call it as components required. In order to complete a benefit plan or to create a benefit plan, we need components. So benefit provider is one of the component mandatory in order to create a benefit plan. So what do you mean by benefit provider here? The benefit provider is nothing but the provider who is providing the benefits to an employee. For example, MetLife, LIC, Aviva, these are all providers. Employer will pay benefit amounts or percentages directly to the MetLife. Similarly, employee also will pay directly amount to the MetLife. So MetLife is a provider. Whenever, so for example, let's take a life insurance. The employee has insured him or herself. The employee needs some a medical urgency of around 10,000 US dollars. Now, who is going to pay the 10,000 US dollars? Not the employer, not the employer, nor the employee. The provider has to pay because employer, employee paid that amount to the provider, right? The provider has to pay to this employee. So how to create providers? What are the details are required that will cover under benefit providers? Then after we have benefit coverage types. This is one of the again an additional component in order to create a benefit plan and mandatory. What does this mean coverage types? In Workday, we have different types of coverage types. Around 6 coverage types we have. Healthcare, spending account, exclusive for USA, HSA, sorry, insurance, retirement, and additional benefit group. So we have 6 types of coverage types. For example, your client asks you to create a retirement plan. Okay, your client is asked you to create a 401k retirement plan, or pension retirement plan, or provident fund retirement plan. This is the coverage for you. Your client asks you to create an insurance plan to insure employees, spouse, dependents, etc. Then this is the coverage type for you. Healthcare, spending account, HSA exclusive for USA. Okay, so based on that, based on the client requirement, we have to identify this benefit plan is going to be sit in which coverage. Nothing but classification. Okay, plans will be classified based on these coverage types. So here we're going to talk in detail about the benefit coverage types. So in which we have to create the coverage type, and also do you want to display the contribution amount of employee or you want to hide? Do you want to display the employer contribution or you want to hide? Do you want to allow the employee to split the percentage also or you want to hide? Who is covered as part of this benefit coverage types? So those details. And is it a mandatory coverage type? These are all details we have to configure on the benefit coverage types. One of the important one. Then benefit group. The name itself says benefit group. Grouping all employees into a group. For example, in US, you are giving benefit plans only for regular employees. Remember, only for regular employees, not for casual employees. Which means you have to group all your regular employees onto one benefit group. And condition United States of America. Country equal to United States of America and employee type equal to regular. This condition you have to build. So what happens whenever you're giving this benefit plan to this group, you have to use this group in order to make them eligible for the plan. Okay. So benefit group is mandatory. Benefit group is mandatory. Again, it is also one of the component. This is the component in order to create a benefit plan. This is also one of the component mandatory, and this is also one of the mandatory component. Grouping employees in order to eligible for the plans, we require benefit group. Then what is worker plan eligibility? Okay, worker plan eligibility is optional in Workday. Benefit plans, this is optional. Then why we have? So it is optional. Let's take a scenario. So you have created a benefit group called United States of America. You include all the employees in United States of America and regular. Okay, you have created an eligibility rule. Employees in USA unconditioned employee type of regulars. All regular employees in USA is the group. Among them, your client asks you to create a plan where the employee has dependent and dependent age is not greater than 26 years. Group identifies the country level and worker plan eligibility. See the requirement. Your client asks you to create an eligibility for a dependent whosoever less than 26 years of age. So again, you are creating an additional criteria here in the group, and again you are keeping a filter. Only the employees who is having dependents less than equal to 26 years of age, they are only eligible. So in that requirements, we can use eligibility. Another example. Only employees working in Chicago, they are eligible for healthcare. Just giving a random example. So you have to create an eligibility rule based on the location equal to Chicago. This is further eligibility on top of group, but this is optional. Dependent eligibility. Okay, dependent eligibility. Who are all eligible for this plan? Child, spouse, parents, grandparents, or only employee. We require to create dependent eligibility also based on the requirement. Normally, dependent eligibility rule will be in the scope only for healthcare and insurance. Healthcare insurance only we have scope for dependent eligibility. Then after healthcare targets, okay, healthcare targets are nothing but we have to create the relationship types: son, father, mother, spouse, employee plus two child, employee plus one child. They are nothing but targets. Who is eligible for the healthcare? That also we require to create. Similarly, insurance coverage. As I said, health and insurance requires only the dependents. That's why we have this target concept here. When now the dependent is coming in, you have to create either one of them based on the requirement. Insurance coverage targets. Let's say an employer giving an insurance plan to an employee and also ask the employee to enroll their dependents. So now employee will be enrolled, employee spouse will be enrolled, employee's children also will be enrolled, right? So these are nothing but coverage targets, employee, child, etc. Then after we'll talk about benefit related business processes like change benefit elections. Then after passive events, change benefit for life event, COBRA eligibility rules, all business process related to benefits we'll discuss, and how to grant a COBRA, that also we'll do. Then after open enrollment. So any idea what it mean by open enrollment? Vijay or Chandra? Open enrollment. The name it
So
says
like if
open.
there is certain benefits which can like employee.
No, the benefit which is ready to enroll people. Say for example, if we are going to start a benefit in particular date, so it is ready to enroll. We can call it as an open enrollment, right?
Right. So let me give an example. Let's say the employer every year in the fiscal, look, let's say every year in the March, they're allowing the employees to enroll in a certain benefit plans. Okay. So what they will do, they will identify the group, the benefit group, who are all eligible for the open enrollment. And as a Ben admin, will initiate the open enrollment. Once we initiate the open enrollment, nothing but a window, and we'll ask the employees, hey, in the March we are initiating the open enrollment, and this window is going to be closed in the April end. So make sure you enroll yourself or your eligible dependents in this period. After April, the open enrollment is going to be closed and no longer available to enroll. These kind of instructions we have to give. So what setup we need in the open enrollment? What are the reports we require to run before initiating the open enrollment? How to manage the in progress transaction whosoever already in the benefit changes? How to hold an employee in the open enrollment, how to cancel the open enrollment, how to send out a reminders when you're going to close a window, you require to send a reminder saying that in this year, this open enrollment window is going to be closed so on so date, request you to enroll your dependents or else you're going to lose the eligibility. This kind of reminders we have to send. So all the setup is it's like a bunch of tasks. Just showing one task here open enrollment because a bunch of tasks we have to set up. We have to create an event, open enrollment event. You have to set up an enrollment event rule. You have to create a plan year definition. Okay. Then you have to create a group for exclusive for open enrollment. Then you have to run a report. Then initiate the open enrollment, and you have to send out the notifications or reminders to an employee. And then after once the calendar is completed, our window is closed, then after you have to close the open enrollment window, okay, by confirm. And again you have to run the report to make sure who has availed the plan, who is not availed the plan, who is not eligible for the plan. This is such a big task. Okay, that also we'll discuss in detail, as I said. Then after we'll talk about the events, the benefit events. So benefit event is a mandatory setup. It's nothing but a reason why are you assigning or giving a benefit to an employee. An employee might be terminated, no longer that employee is eligible for the plan. We have to create a benefit event called termination. A newly hired employee may be eligible for certain benefit plans, which means the new hire is a reason. An employee is promoted, transferred, relocated, transferred, the employee might be benefit plans might be affected. That is nothing but change benefits or admin corrections. So we have to create some events with reasons. Okay, that will fall under benefit events. Then after enrollment event rules, this is nothing but a centralized control. Okay, centralized control. Like how many plans an employee can avail, only one plan can be default. At what scenario the employee can lose the benefit plan, how many days the employee has to wait in order to get the eligibility